Cryptocurrency. Yeah, it's Jackson 360 in the building, and congratulations on your journey that you're taking. You're smart because you're learning about bitcoins and cryptocurrency and altcoins. And this is going to be a video primarily for beginners that don't know much about it, and you just want to get a basis on, kind of what is the hype about. If you're going to invest, kind of how do you get in? How do you look at the altcoins? How do you, decide which coins are ones that's best for you? And I want to say this: I can't determine what's best for you because I don't know you. I don't, and I'm not a licensed. Let me put this disclaimer out. I am not a licensed financial and advisor. Nor do I pretend to be one on the weekends. Okay, but I just want to share with you my experience that I have had over the past 60 days investing, and my kind of journey, and hopefully it can help you. And I got a lot of friends that are very heavily involved in this, and I study this every day. So yeah, I'm about that life. But whatever decision you make, it's up to you. You could lose all of your money. I am not liable for whatever you do. I'm just telling you what I've done and some of my thoughts and opinions. Make your own decision, baby. All right, so you're smart. So let's go and look at coinmarketcap.com. This is the site. If you don't know, you go to this almost every day. You want to start doing research on the coin. If you're going to get some coins, I'm going to say one, first of all, only invest money that you can afford to lose. Second, invest in money that you can keep for the long term. I don't believe in day trading. I believe in long-term investments. Put your money somewhere, let it sit. And by long term might be 2 years, 3 years. I'm not saying you got to keep it in there for 50 years, 30 years. I'm saying 2 to 3 years, and in some cases, a year, and maybe even shorter in some cases. But so, what three coins I think that is the good coins to start out with? One is Bitcoin, second one is Ethereum, and the third one is Litecoin. Why I say Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin, right? The reason why I like all these three is because they're like some of the oldest coins. They are some of the originator coins, and it's just like they've been really stable. They've proved their value. So let's look. So on this site, which is cool, you can be able to actually go and look at the history. Right now, it's at 2,200, almost 2,300. 7 years ago, it was 10 cent per coin. 10 cent per coin. So I heard about it then. I just didn't know that you can invest in the asset. Now keep in mind, because it's 2,200, that doesn't mean you need 2,200 to get a coin. Okay, that just means that's the value of one coin. So you can buy fractions of it. So if you only got $50 or $100, you can get you $100 worth, and you can do that by going. One way you can do it is go to Coinbase.com. I have a link in the description on how you can sign up, because that way we both I have an affiliate link, and so if you go there and through my affiliate link that's in the description box, what happened is you and I both could get like a $10 bonus once you invest your first $100. Okay, all right, or should I say exchange your $100, because Bitcoin is also currency. All right, so with that being said, let's get back to this. There's also other ways you can acquire outside of Coinbase. You can also go like on the markets here, and it'll show you can go to these places. Poloniex. You also can go to Bittrex is another good one. Where's Bittrex at? So over here, right there. That's a good one right here. All right. So anyway, but we're going to get into those later. That's not what this video is about. So I just want y'all to understand just some basic stuff to understand about this. So when I first got in about 30 days ago, or should I say 60 days ago, I'm sorry. I remember Bitcoin was only at $1,000, and I saw literally within 30 days it went from $1,000 to damn near $3,000 within a 30-day period. So it went up almost $2,000. So it was crazy if you had invested that money. So it goes up and down. That's first thing you want to know. That it's very volatile. It can go up and down. So the money that you put in there, it could go up quickly, but also can go down very quickly. So don't get nervous if it does that. Because if you look at the history of it, even though, you got like, hey, like I'm looking at these numbers here, right? Even though it was, recently like 2,800 and almost at 3,000, if you looked at that, we can go back in history, and we can see how at one point, oh, it was at $100. We can look at, oh, that was less than like 3 years ago. That wasn't that long ago. All right, so it's going to go up and down. You can do more research on why Bitcoin is so awesome. It's more than a currency. And one thing that's happening, I don't know when you're watching this, but sometimes the transactions can be kind of slow. So they're speeding it up. So Bitcoin got some stuff, about to happen. But anyway, this video is about, what you consider when investing. So one is go on the social sites, because all of these coins, they usually have some type of Twitter account. They might even have Facebook accounts. And you want to go to the official account. So that's why I like going to this site, because it's going to give you the official Bitcoin pages. So that way you can see what's going on. The more activity uses a good thing. It's all about community. The more people that's in the community, it's about volume. If people are in the community, that usually means the coin has some good stuff going on. You know, it's like a party. If nobody's there, it's probably not a good spot to be. But you see, over $37 billion are being circulated in this market cap, and really is actually much more than this. But that's what they got up here. But it's more than that though. But anyway, so when you see large amounts of money in it and a large up-to-date community on social media and forums, that means it's a pretty, it might be something to really consider and get involved with. Even if you just do $100, $50, or $1,000, or if you got the money, you can do what you got, whatever you have. All right. So then that you feel comfortable with. All right, so then you got Ethereum. Now, Ethereum is another good one. I don't have a lot of this. I have a little bit. I'm glad to get more. But it was like $80, literally like a week ago, and I'm mad because I thought it was too expensive, and now it's $228. So if I would have got it at $80, hey, I would have made quite a bit of money in a week. But anyway, it's all about long-term investment. So whatever you get, again, you're going for the long term. Again, Litecoin is another good one because these are solid coins. If you don't know, you can do some history on it, and you'll see that Ethereum came as a result. All of these coins came after Bitcoin, and they really were trying to make Bitcoin better. Okay, trying to make Bitcoin. They're like meaning they're its own version. It's like Bitcoin's children, but they're solving problems that Bitcoin can solve. So one of the problems that Bitcoin has is it moves slow, meaning sometimes the transactions can sometimes take an hour or sometimes 3 days. I've seen for people's money to go through officially, and that's bad. That's really bad if you're trying to buy something, send somebody some money, and the money don't show up till the end of the day. So this is when you have other coins, Litecoin, very fast. Dash, it transfers very fast. Dogecoin, Ripple, like, well, not Ripple, but that's something different. Um, so all these coins have their different personalities. So when you're investing, just keep in mind, don't invest money that you need immediately. And then, research these coins. Ethereum, you can go to their website here. Another cool thing about a person, if you go to Coinbase here, you can be able to purchase Ethereum also on Coinbase. All right, really quick pause. I want to show y'all really quick. All right, so here is the picture of me. Hey, look at that guy, Chicago hustle. Yeah, it's cold in Chicago. These windy city streets can be cold, so I have to dress appropriate. You look at most of the pictures, I got on a warm hat. Okay, yeah. All right, so let's get back to the Bitcoin. All right, so back to the Bitcoin. I think it's important that whenever like people make these videos about, you know, money and stuff, and you don't never see these people's faces, and sometimes you don't know them. I think it's important to get to know people that you're getting information from, because you want to be able to trust people, and you don't know who's hyping up something just for the sake of it and their agenda. So anyway, so again, if you go, you can look at the 7 day. You can look at the 7 day, the 1 day, the 1 month, 3 month. I like this stuff. I like this stuff. I like to be able to look at their websites. I like to be able to really do the research. Now, something else that I like to look at is you want to really look at these different things. You see how I got price, circulating supply? This is important because you want to know this. Like some people might say, for example, let's see, Dogecoin. All right, here it is. So Dogecoin, you might say, oh man, that's really cheap. It's only, man, this isn't even 2 cents. Like it's cheap. So let me get these. Now, this is the one that I have. I like this, but we have to consider this. Don't get it just because it's cheap. When you get it, also consider the fact that look at how many coins are circulating. There's over 100 billion coins. So whenever there's a large abundant quantity, that is an indicator that it may not be as valuable as a coin that has a very small amount. Bitcoin is only 16 million in current circulation as of today's video. So 16 million is it's a lot. It's a small amount, which and it's worth a lot and it's increasing in value. So, but then this is 100 billion. So to me, it makes me say, well, this Dogecoin may not be the reach like $1,000 mark ever in history. It may not never reach that because it's so many in circulation. In fact, it may not even reach over $50 ever, because there's so many in circulation. But I could be wrong. It might go over that, but it might take 50 years to do it, or I don't know. But this is just what my mind thinks and considers. So when you get this, it is still good to get it cheap, because even if you get it at a penny, you know, let's say if it goes up to $1, you still, made a really nice significant amount of money. If you invested, let's say $200-300 worth, and now it went up to $1, I mean, you're making tens of thousands of dollars off of that. But just keep in mind, you need to always look at how many of them are in circulation. That is important. Also, how much money is people are actually, well, this is the how much money is involved in it on this number here to the left. But to the right here, this tells you how many coins are actually in circulation. So keep that in mind. Sometimes less is best sometimes. And one way you can do it is if you look at price. I like to look at that. Okay, so I look at what are the, so I click, when you click on that, it breaks it down. So I say, here go the top price coins. Bitcoin, Byteball, okay, which is at 35, rank 35, Zcash. Now, one thing we'll notice about these top ones, okay, we'll see 2,200 for Bitcoin. Let's look at the circulating supply. Oh, only 16 million of that. Byteball, the second most expensive one. Oh, it's less than 200,000 of that. Okay, the third most expensive one, 251. Oh, that one is less than 2 million of those. Okay, so if you look at all of these here, it's less than a billion of all of the top ones. Like even Ethereum, it's not even a billion Ethereum coins. Dash, it's less than 10 million. Uh, actually, Dash is awesome. I like that. It's very limited. Okay, Dash is a one I'm actually considering getting more of. Now that I'm looking at this. All right. So again, when you click on these companies like Dash, again, don't just get it just based off the numbers. Make sure you believe in the company. So you can go to these companies' websites. The links are here if you do coinmarketcap.com. When you get to their websites, this is a cool part for me, because I always like to see, to me, a person's website tells a lot about what their leadership and their company is about. Dash, I like the name, the way it sounds. It sounds like they're trying to be modern. They're trying to be the coin that your grandmother could use or your 8-year-old child can use. They want to be the household coin. Okay, you can spend. They want to be the cash, the digital cash you can spend anywhere. Some of these coins, you can be able to go to their website, click on the button, download the wallet. And then once you download the wallet, make sure that you keep your private keys. A private key, you need to write that down, take some pictures of it, maybe put it in the safe deposit box. Okay, also know that you can transfer your money as well off of the internet. You can like either download it to your computer, download it to your phone, or you can put it on a hard wallet. But that's another video that we have teaching about hard wallets. Okay, Dash is a good one though. All right. Again, go to our social media pages and look at the community. Okay, look at what people are talking about in the community. Look at that. That's important to me. So that's why when you invest in something that you believe in, even when the price goes down, you're going to still keep investing because you believe in it. So you're not as concerned about, oh my gosh, it went down, a little bit. Like you're in it for the long term. So that's why I say don't just do this just randomly going into any coin just because. Even though I have done that, to be honest with you, I just randomly went to certain coins that just looked good. All right, so we were looking at price again. Let's go back here. All right, so Dash is at the top ones. Litecoin, again, this is good numbers. There's over $1 million that's being circulated. It's not really much, but it's something. There's only 51 million, so that's a pretty decent amount. It's under a billion, and it's only $25, and it's Litecoin. So I believe in Litecoin a lot. I think people should definitely go back to like getting some Litecoin. And if you look at what it's about, and also if you don't know, all of these currencies, all of these coins are not just currencies. That's what's important for y'all who don't know. They have different goals, right? So some of these companies, they have different problems they're solving. Like Ripple, for example, is working in the banking industry. It wants to be able to help people transfer, doing what's called remittance, which is transferring money globally through their banks without paying all the exorbitant fees. All right. Then you have other coins, Monero, which is focusing on being discreet, where no, it's like anonymous payments, so this is This is like almost a scary one to a certain extent. People might use it. If you don't want nobody to know who bought it, and who bought it from, who's the buyer, who's the seller. Nobody wants to know. Go do some Monero. All right. So just understand, and like I'm gonna give you some other examples. You got like Round Coin. Round Coin, they focus on video games. That's Round Coin, ranked 32 at 11 cent. They're going up. They're focusing on the esports division, right? They want to be that cryptocurrency for that. Then you got like Digibytes. They're also focusing on gaming, like Minecraft and stuff like that. So all of these aren't necessarily trying to be currencies. Another one, STEM. This is focusing on social media on the blockchain. So people like can post videos and get paid in STEM coins, based on people like voting. Instead of you can just like earn STEM and send people STEM, which is a really interesting thing. But again, you want to research this stuff by going to those websites and doing your research. So again, all these coins have different purposes. Everyone is not the purpose of actually being spent like Bitcoin. Right, so that's why you want to take a little bit of time, invest in these, and just know these prices will go up quick. So I'm a big believer in finding something that's going to give you the lowest risk with the biggest reward. And to me, the best ones again are Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin. If you just want to if you want to be safe. By the way, my allergies are kicking right now. So if you hear me sneezing and sniffling, because of allergies, it's allergy season. Okay. So now when we want to look at, if you're going to be a little more risky, so with some of these other altcoins, and also keep in mind, you got, again, like I said, you got altcoins that focus on different things. Like you have a pot coin that focus on the marijuana cannabis industry. I've seen coins that focus on just security features. Everybody has a different focus. So think of it this: sometimes these coins are just a way for you to kind of buy stock in the company. Sometimes it's you buying a currency. So it's different ways. So all right, then you got Stellar Lumas. This is a good one. So if you want to get something that's cheap, I think it's important when you look at the cheap coins. Also look at where is it ranked. Okay, it's ranked like Dogecoin is ranked at 14. That's good. Bitcoin is ranked at 10. That's great. Also, how many is in circulation? Ooh, it's over 100 billion. Now I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like a whole lot like that. That's me personally. I don't like that. But it might be great for some people. Okay, and then you got to look at the community too, because certain communities they have different causes that they are about. So you might like the community, even though you don't like the amount of volume of the coins. All right, so just make sure whatever you download, that you whatever coins you get, you put it onto it like an external wallet if you can. That way you can be able to have your money. Some people think that's a lot safer than having it on a computer or having it online. When you invest into these exchanges, be careful because these exchanges can get hacked easier. I'm not saying that. I don't want to say that like that they can get just hacked. It's easy. I don't think it's easy. I don't know if it's easy or hard, but I would say this: if I'm trying to rob from somebody, I think it'd be a robber would probably go to an exchange where there's millions of dollars there in that one wallet instead of trying to just target individual people you know, because it's just easier because they know where the money's at. So keep that in mind when you're going onto these exchanges. Hey, look at that guy or look at that girl. Okay, so also as you all are enrolling and learning about cryptocurrencies, I do want to say this. I want to also come back uh, for you all to be able to tune in. There's a link also as well. To my school where we learn and keep people up to date with cryptocurrencies, where you can learn more and get involved. So if you want to learn more about that, go to that link, and then we give you a description of the classes. We haven't even launched it yet; it's still in development, but it's going to be launched like literally within the next 7 days. So I got classes in there. It's going to be wide open. So if you get in now, before it's launched, you can get some really good cheap prices. So again, but I'm not trying to sell you on that. Now look, right now it's only at $15 if you get it at a pre-launch. Once we launch, it's probably going to be about $100. So, but again, enough of that. Let's get just back to the content of the video. And I just want to tell y'all, look, man, hey, don't invest something you can't afford to lose. Understand that these currencies are volatile, so they're going to be going up and down in prices throughout the day. So don't get nervous if it starts going really low. Sometimes you want to buy more if you believe in that coin. Okay, be prepared to lose everything. It might happen. Um, Protect your private keys, and that's basically like your security password. Don't share it with anybody. Okay. Uh, and lastly, uh, just try to have some fun. Have some fun by maybe telling some family members, people and friends that you know. Maybe y'all can invest together, do some group investing, and be able to spread your risk. And everybody puts up a few $100s. And I think that might be a good strategy, and y'all can work together. So, but tune in for more videos, guys. I just want to make this one short, and I've been going a very long time, and I apologize about that. But my other videos, I promise, will be more to the point. I just wanted to really address some things that people were probably confused about. And again, click on my link to start a Coinbase account. If you want to join the school, click on that. If you like, please like, share, subscribe to this video, and be on the lookout for more in the future. Peace, y'all.